Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro career on Snooker 19. Today it is time for part 33 of Season 4 and the start of this year's European Masters in Lommel. And thank God, not at the Marshall Arena. And we have a last 16 game today. We'll play all the frames against the Maverick Stephen Maguire, a player who we've played against 6 times in the career mode so far. And the good news is that we've beaten him 6 times. Now, in the last tournament, of course, we went on to win it, the China Championship. It was our last tournament win, I think, since, let's have a think about this. Was it the Scottish Open, I think, in Season 3? It's been nearly a year since we've won a tournament, but it's done massive things for us in terms of rankings. And we've got into the top 8 for the first time in a long time. And another good tournament here, we could get a lot closer to Ronnie O'Sullivan in 7th. Now, we didn't play in this event once again 2 years ago, so any ranking earnings we get go onto our ranking total rather than any deductions. But shall we get into it? Our first game of the European Masters against Stephen Maguire. Now, in the second round, we went and beat Louis Hoishan by 3 frames to 0. And I think it was Zhao Xingtong. It was one of the Chinese players in a best of 5 we played against in the last 64. And we beat him 3-1. I know he got 1 frame on the board, so it was 3-1. But it's been a fairly, I won't say easy start, but fairly simple start to this European Masters. And Stephen Maguire's a good player. But based on our matchup history against him, you would fancy us to get through to the last 8. And hopefully, after that China Championship win, we can pull off some good form now. That might not be winning every single event, because that's pretty impossible. You can always have an off day. But this, again, another exciting tournament. I'm looking forward to it. If we get through to the quarterfinal, that'll be another best of 7. And then the semi will be a best of 11. I think the final, again, is a best of 19. I'm not too sure. Might be a best of 21. I doubt it, but it might be a best of 19. But I hope you guys are enjoying. I know you guys certainly enjoyed the China Championship content, which is great news. And hopefully you continue to enjoy this series as we progress through the final season.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner.
Good starter there with the red. It's always tricky when you're playing it like that to get onto the black next time out. I think that might be cut and dry eat unless we go for an experimental shot here. A bit of risk involved here because I was trying to go to the angle here. We are fairly close to the corner pocket. We don't want to pop this cue ball if we play it too hard. But it's a decent chance to get a few points on the board. We've hit it a little bit harder than we want to, so this might go into the corner pocket. Yep, and it does, but it's not really worth too much of a risk in the end. We weren't going to leave anything on, and we were just playing the positive shot trying to get on the red, so I'll take that. I do quite like these best of 7s, I have to say. Back early in the career mode, we used to play a lot of best of 5s because we played on the medium match lengths. And I always thought that was never quite enough to get into the match. Best of 5, if you lose the first frame, you're all very much playing catch up straight away. Best of 7 gives you a bit more time to get into the match, but still, it's still more of a sprint, I would argue, than a marathon. But maybe a 200-metre sprint rather than a 100-metre best of 5. And I know that doesn't add up with the ratios. I'm fully aware of that, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. Tricky one along the cushion, but you know me, we like a pot, so it's tricky to turn down. It looks pretty decent, and it has dropped. A bit awkward in terms of our position next up because the black has been a ball that's been blocked for us, unfortunately. But if we continue in anything like the same vein that took us to the China Championship final, we should be in good stead here. And that has been one of our problems in this career mode so far. We can win tournaments, we can get to finals, etc. Great, but we can never really carry it on and build up a good run.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Oh, bless me. I had a bit of a sneeze there. I was going to cut it if it was a massive one, but no, I can get away with that. And similarly, we can get away with that split. Not the largest split in the world. We couldn't with the angle that we got. But it does give us at least a half chance to nick this red into the middle pocket. Don't want to play this with too much pace if we can get away with it. Although, you know, there's no point playing this if we can't get position for the next ball, so...
He's going for the left centre here.
Well...
Not the quality we'd expect.
Overdid it slightly. Tried to pot it, and we've overdone it.
Robertson,
So that's disappointing.
That's not what he was hoping for.
So Maguire gets his first chance, and he's just played safe there.
Stephen
Just got the
Maguire.
1 point and played safe. And it's a pretty decent safety, you have to say.
Tough shot coming up.
Don't want to hit this too hard that it ends up going over the pocket, but would you know it, I think we have. We might be saved, though. Potentially by one of these balls. We might not be, though. He doesn't fancy playing the pot. And the black is now going to be a saviour, isn't it, to that pocket. Although, I think there is still a route through. Oh, no, there's not. Definitely not. So that does make playing a safety shot a little bit less complex. But even so, this is a bit more awkward than you'd like it to be. And remember, there is still that one red, which of course isn't affected by the black, that we've actually left on. So is he going to play that? No, he's not, interestingly enough. I'd have gone for that. He seems to think differently, though. There is a half chance for this red to the other corner pocket. I am tempted.
Well, it goes. Half a chance
We
here.
play this at the right angles. It's effectively a shot to nothing.
Well, that's just...
And it always helps if you pot it. As you see, if we hadn't have potted that, it wouldn't have been a disaster.
For a positional shot.
But it's a good position and a good, you know, good shot all round. So we'll definitely take that. Just about how do we capitalise on this now?
Well,
Don't think hitting those two balls was in the script, but I think it's all right. We can get to this red here. Because that's the big stopper. And that's a good shot.
Wonderful pot.
A few clumps of reds we need to get sorted. Don't necessarily have to do it all in this visit, though. My question would be, where does the pot come from? After we've played this, so I think safety is the best shot here.
Well, not what he intended, but it's worked out okay.
It's worked out fine.
Neil Robertson, 6.
Those reds are starting to accumulate on the one side of the table. We put another one over there, but luckily the black blocks its route. There are a few half chances available here if someone wants to be brave enough to go for it. And now the black's out of the picture altogether. That's a tempting one down the cushion, but we can't possibly play that. This becomes a bit awkward to get safe now, to be honest. With how many potential targets there are. But that wasn't a bad shot.
That's a shocker.
Really? Oh, he can see past the blue. I didn't think he could.
That hasn't really worked out.
Well, that hasn't worked out for Maguire, so we've got nothing to worry about there. What a strange start to this match. It really is. Well, the aim here is to come off two cushions and end up somewhere in the bulk. Not there, though.
Wow.
Not there.
Maguire, 4.
It's never been our best element of our play, but our safety is definitely lacking at the start of this first frame.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner.
As I say, if somebody
1.
plucks up their ideas, they might actually have a chance.
8.
I've just watched Robbo lose to Yan Bingtao in the
Pace is
Betfred
critical
Masters, so hopefully that's not going to be a
9.
demon for us today. Did he miss
Stephen
that?
Maguire, 9.
Goodness me, he hit that thin, but he's not played a very good shot at all because he's left the red on. It's not an easy one,
A half chance.
but it's certainly possible, and it's there. We weren't worried particularly about position there, we just wanted to get the pot.
1.
And we're not averse to a long pot, so it doesn't make position for this as important. The blue should go in off the jaw, it does.
Excellent cueing.
6.
And our long potting ability does make things a bit easier here. Again, this is a shot in real life to be a lot harder, but as I've said before,
Just wants to sink this.
the shot,
into
because of the
left
aiming
corner
aid on
pocket.
Snooker 19, it makes that sort of shot a bit easier.
That's an excellent pot.
He's
But that's just the
doing
quirks of the
extremely
table,
well.
really.
7.
In real life, there are shots that are easier in real life than there would be on Snooker 19 and vice versa. So you've got to play to the conditions that are available to you, ultimately.
12.
I'd like to get pink and black in play, really, but it is a bit awkward.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
I did really think Maguire would take that chance, but
13.
just didn't really settle for much there. It's whether we place with some side and try and split these two reds up, or whether we go for a similar shot that we played before and put our eggs in one basket for the red and the cushion.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take
My
this one.
thinking of going for the one on the cushion is if this doesn't quite go right, it seems okay to me, it's fine. If this one didn't go okay, we're only leaving that red, plus the fact we can play safe.
He's aiming to sink
If we
this
tried to
into the
split
right
those
corner.
two reds, there's that air of uncertainty about that, and they can go
Tremendous
anywhere.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
19.
I also now appreciate as a result of that, we're not going to get onto these reds, but we'll take the 5 points.
Long pot.
We'll be 25 ahead with 43 to go in the frame. As long as we come thin off these, there's not much of a risk.
24.
What do I know? What do I know? That was terrible.
Neil Robertson, 24.
Just overhit that one, but amazingly, he's not going for it. He's not taking the bait. He's not taking the bait, and I can't believe that. And similarly, I watched Sean Murphy pot outrageous pots like this last night. And if you give us a chance, fairly often we'll try and take it as we do there. But again, position not great. We're going to struggle a bit here. If we can pot the blue, we give ourselves a great chance.
And he's taking this on.
Oh, well.
No, not this time.
Didn't
Close,
expect to
but
miss
a
that
miss
one.
nonetheless.
Usually goes in off the jaw, but maybe playing with some topspin didn't help. And there might be a route back into this frame for Maguire, but maybe not. Again, he's missed his pot there. And just this red and a colour.
Tricky pot.
And strangely enough, we've got across the line in this bizarre opening frame. Just need the colour after this, but where's the cue ball going?
He's gone in.
Well, this frame just can't get any weirder.
Stephen Maguire.
And you have to say, Maguire becomes the favourite definitely now to win this.
5.
This has been the most bizarre opening frame. It really has.
9.
And from only needing a colour for us to win it, all of a sudden Maguire's the favourite. But again, he's just not been very aggressive at all.
I'm not sure what happened there, but that's a poor shot.
And,
14.
well,
Stephen Maguire.
I wouldn't say too much because it's you never know. But he's just gifted us that. Left the pink over the pocket.
Wonderful.
And all we have to do is put it in. But I tell you what, we're perilously close going in off again. And barring any stupid mistake here, and the black has dropped. I can't believe it, but we've won the first frame. In the space of 2 minutes, that flickered between us and Maguire winning the frame about 4 times. And Maguire really should have took that. So that will be a bit of a wake-up call, I would say. But we are just going for our shots at the moment. We're potting a lot of balls, and, you know, if we can do, then we might as well.
He's taking it on. That's really close, but not quite close enough.
But that is the problem when you do take on your shots. When you miss, again, if you do commit to them, you have a bit of a problem.
1.
And obviously you try to play them close, so if you miss like that, you can leave your opponent in. But where's that cue ball going?
Good split. That's really opened the table up.
Well, he's got the look of it this time.
8.
Not going in off.
No issues there.
But what a bizarre start to this match.
9. 16.
You could definitely say the ball wasn't running for us in that frame. And maybe a bit hasty with going for the red in this one. But then if we'd have gone for it and potted it, we'd have looked like a really clever player who's gone for a good shot and playing positive snooker.
Looking to play this softly.
30.
But there's no doubt we're up against a man who has got to be frustrated after the last frame. We handed it to him on a plate. Do something he's done hundreds of times. Just clear up the colours and you're fine. Albeit, yes, pink and black were tied up, so there is that to it. But like us with the 2 reds before, he could have played a much better safety.
36.
This might be a much quicker frame than previous, though, if he gets his act together.
37.
It is the most enjoyable snooker to play, I would say, when you make one mistake and your opponent punishes you. Because it really puts the pressure on then. Really focuses your mind. And perhaps you do go for less shots.
Not this time.
But Maguire hasn't punished us.
Maguire, 44.
I had a feeling that was going to come. It didn't quite look like it there. Like it got what it took to win it in one visit.
1.
It's half a chance, but
Well, we missed into the middle pocket earlier. Hopefully we're more on target this time. I'd say we are. Yep, it's dropped. Good shot.
He's taking the red on. Brilliant shot.
Good pot. Again, didn't really want to go for the one on the cushion. I'd rather have got the one out the way that was there.
4.
Let's give us a bit of an issue now with position. If we play with some side here, we can position ourselves for this.
The right middle pocket.
The brown's there. We've used the side well.
Well, he lost control of the cue ball there. He'll be annoyed with that.
Well, clearly these commentators don't know what they're on about. Try and get a good position on the black so we can open up the remainder of the reds.
That's a top shot.
It's a good pot.
Well played.
It's a good pot, that. A little bit low on the black.
9.
For my liking. Oh, and I'm going to duck out of this. I don't fancy it. There's just something that tells me that black won't quite go right. Does seem an incredibly rewarding shot though. Or does it? I don't think it is. No. Let's just play the pink and get out of there.
He'll be fuming about that.
15.
I don't understand how these light nicks off the red the Reds open them up that much. I really don't. But we got away with it that time. Right decision, though, I would say, not to play the black. Because actually, the angle was a bit awkward. We hadn't quite got it right. We'd gone a bit too far below the black, which I alluded to.
And aiming to get the cue ball tight against the cushion.
This might be a chance, though, if it goes. No, it doesn't. The one below it might, mind you. No, I don't think that does either. But alas, it looks like it's going to be the safety we have to play.
This is an intriguing safety battle.
Oh dear. We got that one wrong, but I'll tell you what, I think we've got away with this. We've played some sloppy shots so far.
Played that well. Tough shot.
Oh, we haven't got away with it. We haven't got away with a lot of shots, I thought, today. But Maguire's not really done too much to take advantage. Feel like he might this time, though. No, he's not going to. That's amazing.
Well,
And he's actually snookered himself.
8.
So if he plays a bad shot here...
9.
Oh dear.
Staying on this pink.
Well, we can smile at that one, can't we? We can smile at that.
15.
Oh dear.
He fancies this red.
Oh. It's okay, we've left it safe. I just wanted to go for that. It was just born out of frustration, that. But we've left it safe, that's okay. I just can't believe he managed to snooker himself and then managed to pot the red.
Well, he's taking the red on. Magnificent.
Good pot. Moved to another red as well. In the process, had to play that hard to get where we needed to.
1.
And as I said about our opponents earlier on, if we can get our act together here, we've got a jolly good chance of taking the second frame. Oh, it's just not quite right in terms of position at the moment. It's not quite going for us. We're having to do a lot with the cue ball. That's why things are a bit tougher. And that's only just dropped in, goodness me. It is tight here, by the way.
Into the left centre.
36 behind, now 30 behind with 43 on. So we haven't got a lot of wriggle room here.
14.
And that red is bound up by the black, so I don't quite know how we're going to
This won't be easy.
make this a possible ball, but we'll try our best off the pink. I think it's dead straight though, so we've got a bit of a problem. Yeah, come the wrong side of it almost.
Playing
Well,
this with a lot of power.
we'll see what happens off the cushions. We've moved the red. So we've achieved what we wanted to, but is that thin enough to really have a flirt into the middle pocket? I don't think it is it? Guess we just try and play a good safety. Could be the end of the frame though if we get this wrong. Oh, we've massively underhit that.
Neil Robertson, 21.
Does he go for this? I don't think he does. But again, we've just not getting our shots right. But equally, Maguire isn't either. I guess it is well known in this game that bad play does influence bad play. But at the moment, I would argue that Maguire has just chucked away 2 frames. But as evidenced by the previous encounter, it's not all over just because it's only the colours to be potted.
Five.
But we could be 2-0 up here, where really we could easily be 2-0 down.
Pretty straightforward shot here.
Huh. Pretty straightforward. Oh, I'll tell you what
You
though,
won't
I've
be too happy
completely
with this
misjudged
position
that.
here.
7.
He's playing the pot here.
It's not a bad recovery though, is it? It's not a bad recovery at all.
10.
Another one really born out of frustration, that.
This isn't easy.
What a top shot that is.
We're just 3 balls needed to take a 2-0 lead.
14.
And if we're going to go anywhere near where we got in the last tournament, we need to book up our ideas. We've really got away with the last 2 frames.
Beautifully done.
And Maguire will be crying, I think, in his seat. However, what we need to do now to really punish him is to just take advantage of this.
Lots of power on this shot.
Try our best to get a frame-winning clearance, for example, in the next frame. Go 3-0 up, and then we put him under real pressure.
25.
Just this
And
pot
maybe we can
required to win the
look at the
frame.
first 2 frames as a strange old laugh that we got the better of Maguire in. And I don't know how we did that. We're 2-0 up.
Frame. Neil
It's beyond me, but
Well played
I've said
to
we
take
need
that
to
frame.
improve our playing scrappy frames.
Well,
I mean, we've
this
won
lead
both
is
of them, but
starting
you
to
might
grow
suggest that it wasn't necessarily our play, but the play of our opponent that's let us in here. He's left a half chance, but don't fancy that one at that angle, particularly how we've been going today in terms of our luck. Let's back up to the bulk. Not quite got the cover of any of the bulk colours, unfortunately. Interesting shot. And he's not covered that. I think he's been going to the TIJ Gaming Safety Shot School. Because we leave shots like that sometimes. But I'll happily take it. This might be the most open
Well, no
opportunity of the
surprises
match
here
yet
with the
to
long pot attempt.
win a frame in one
He's
visit.
on a real roll here. Great striking.
6.
This is where the awkward shots start to come in though. We'll play for some power to see what we can do to manipulate the table. It doesn't look too bad if we can get position on the blue. We're off the cushion, so that's a bit of a reprieve. Yeah, we have got position on the blue. We've opened up a few more reds. With a bit of hard graft here, this is exactly what I was just describing. A frame-winning
What a
break.
prolific long
I
potter
know I
he
said a
is,
frame-winning
so
clearance, but I
assume
think
he'd
we've got a
take
bit
this
ahead of ourselves. Frame-winning break. Go 3-0 up and puts Maguire under some real pressure there.
12.
He does.
Thirteen.
Well, I hope you're all enjoying the snooker on the TV, because I don't think we'll be getting much more, to be brutally honest, after this. It seems like I don't want to talk about it, but
Really
that
on fire here.
little 7-letter word that everyone has really enjoyed talking about over the last 12 months, I think it's going to stop elite sport, to be honest. With the way things have been going in football, and obviously Zowski and Trump
19.
testing positive in the last week, I think however secure the Marshall Arena is, they might pull the plug for a while, so be good to enjoy it while we can.
Into the left corner pocket.
The virtual snooker won't be stopping though.
Down it
I know
goes.
there's nothing like watching the real life game, but hopefully this provides you all with some good entertainment.
24.
Doesn't look like 2021's going to treat us much better than 2020 at the moment. Certainly not the first half of the year anyway. But as long as we're all safe and well, that's all that counts.
He's an expert long potter, and he's taking this on.
You can tell I've got nothing to talk about when I start talking about
That's a great demonstration
talking about
of his
life.
cue power.
30.
Meanwhile, we potted 5 reds, 5 blues. We're about to make that 6 of each. Just going for the
31.
odd reds we can get to. Position's going to be a bit more awkward here, I think.
This requires good cueing.
This might be end of break, but it's worth a go.
Position.
Yeah, we have lost position.
36.
It's a shame. Just gone into the pack, so that's fine. And I don't think Maguire will take that red on the cushion. I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Neil Robertson.
Don't think he will, though. No, he's just going to play safe on this. That'll do. Oh, we've hit the jaw, but it might help us out for once. It's not a bad shot. Makes it a bit awkward for Maguire. Only one route, and that's this route, to play that red. Oh, he's played a good shot there, though. Bit unlucky, actually. Not to get better contact with those 2 balls to put us in even more trouble. Not the best shot from us there, but again, doesn't matter. We're okay. Well, this might have a good line. Just a bit hard, unfortunately. Yeah, just a bit too
Brilliantly played.
hard. A bit too thick. Well, a bit too thin, actually. He's not too thick. But it's paid dividends in the end. I think that safety shot definitely was the beginning of the end for Maguire's safety battle. And we like a pot like that. And that opens things up a little bit more. We did, if you notice, play those 2 reds, which were outside of the pack, and now they're both potable, so that's paid dividends. There is a question of how we're going to get this pack open with the black not in its native position.
6.
I suppose that is remedied, though, if we can get onto the black. Might be best just to focus on potting the red first. It's a good pot. Position should be on here as well. It's alright. We're not playing
7.
any technical position. We just need to get onto this red fairly straight, so then we can screw back for the black. Yeah, that's about right. Can't argue too much with that. Bit straighter than I thought it'd be, to be fair. It's a bit of a pity. This is the key shot in frame number 3 now. Pot this and the split as well, and we've got a great chance. We're already 51 points ahead with 6 reds to go, so it's not as much work as it might usually be, but good split. Can't argue with that.
22.
Just 2 reds needed,
Now, can he drop this into the right
with
corner?
colours, of course. And we'll have a free frame advantage. And this one very much being the only frame we deserve. I mean, that's a bit harsh, but yeah. Can't argue against us winning this one, can you, at the moment?
30.
So 66 ahead. Just need the red and the colour.
He just needs the red.
Well, we just need the red, actually.
Really
And it's there.
impressive queuing.
Ah, of course, there's only 5 reds left on the table, so yeah, we only needed the red.
Now.
And it's there.
31.
That's a bit more like the snooker we played in the previous match.
36.
And at the moment, although we might be
So,
getting away
this
with it in
pot
some
into the right
frames,
corner.
we're making pretty light work of our opponent.
That's a great pot.
37.
Try and pop the black, why not?
He's attempting to sink
Can't
this
see it,
into
but-
the left corner pocket.
It's worth a go, and that's not a bad shot. Where's the cue ball going?
Tremendous pot.
Well, there was no pressure on it, so it didn't matter where that ball went. But this
So,
is all about
this
trying to get
into
us some
the right
rhythm
corner.
after a few cagey frames to start off with.
Well, an excellent pot.
And I think it's took us a bit of time to get it, but I'd say we've got our rhythm now.
45.
This will be a real test of his queuing.
Beautiful striking.
50.
11k if we can win this match, which is a nice boost in the rankings.
Great shot.
I think we're about 100,000 off Ronnie O'Sullivan in 7th.
51.
If Ronnie to drop down to 8th would really be something, wouldn't it? But if we can gain 10, 20,000 this event and win a few big events, then
58.
top 7, top 6 is definitely achievable. And of course we've got some of the huge events towards the end of the season. The World Championship we've never done very well in.
He's
It's a
got
long
nice
way off
position
yet.
on the blue ball here.
And that's the point, really. We've got a great chance, the way we're playing at the moment. Again, we're not getting ahead of ourselves. The way we are playing at the moment to go and do well in a lot of events before the end of the season and really capitalise and get as high as we possibly can in the rankings before this season comes to a close and therefore the series comes to a close. It's a
Just
long
the
way
cards
off
to
that
go.
though, yeah. You know, if you think about missing that yellow, which wasn't ideal, but again, it doesn't really matter. If you think about 3 episodes a week, we're probably looking at another,
65. Frame
at
conceded.
least, I would
Frame,
say,
Neil Robertson.
50
That is
episodes.
the frame.
So you're looking already at 16
Thank you.
weeks,
Fourth frame.
48 videos, so that's another 4 months. So that takes you into near the end of May.
This is a half chance.
So, you know, it's don't panic. The series isn't going to be finishing anytime in the real near future. That does give a tempter to old Maggie, though. This one on the cushion, to whether he'll be tempted enough to go for it. He knows he has to play no miss snooker now.
Well, it goes.
He is
Half a
going for
chance.
this, but he's missed it by a mile.
Oh, so close. He needed some luck there.
So
He didn't
close.
get it.
He was a mile off. That was never going to go in, wasn't it? Never going to go in at all.
Great opening red.
I don't mind potting that, though.
1.
This will need good queuing.
Oh, don't say we're going to go all round the table and miss the reds. We are. Oh, dear. Oh, it's just about typical, isn't it?
6.
All round the houses and we managed to miss them.
Very tricky shot coming up.
The camera angle helps you out a bit sometimes, admittedly, because you know you've sort of got a half chance. I know there wasn't much risk of playing that. You can see that red just goes directly back into the
Neil
pack. So it
Robertson,
was a
6.
no risk shot, really.
This really is tricky.
Oh,
Now about
shot
that,
for
but
this.
where's the pink going? Oh, thank God for
Very
that.
happy with the position.
But I just want to get this match done as quick as possible now, hence why we are going for our shots, being a bit more aggressive than you might expect. Doesn't warrant us going stupid, but if there are shots we can
Come on,
play,
that's
then we'll
on, and he's going
try
for
our
it.
best to play them. That was a mile off, though, on that blue. Caught napping a bit there.
Neil Robertson, 1.
This needs to be played at the right
And yeah, there
pace.
is a pot available for Maguire here, so let's see what he can do. Should have been a lot more alert on that blue.
1, 8.
That's end of break already, though, for Maguire.
8.
That's disappointing for him. Look at the chance we potentially got. I don't know if it's luck, ability. Well, of course, it's not ability, but you know what I mean? It's luck or something that's not let Maguire have his way today, because whatever he's touched, it's, well, it's not the old phrase, everything he touches turns to gold. Everything he touches turns to, I mean, what's the opposite of gold? I don't really know. I don't want to use the derogatory swear word. But it's not Maguire's day today. At least so far. Again, it's not game over yet.
Playing for the right corner here.
And if we can pot shots like that, we can pot most things, I'd say.
15.
Don't think we've got much of a chance of continuing the break, though.
He's going for it.
It's not a bad pot, but what's our luck like? Not great.
That very well with the rest.
You can just tell I am just going for my shots now, though.
You'll have to use the rest here, which will make it a little more awkward.
We can't play that one, can we? No, we can't play that. Playing that red was a bit of a liberty, but playing that black would be ridiculous. And he has got a chance, Maguire,
Neil Robertson, 16.
for a long red. His long pots haven't been great. It's fair to say any of his pots haven't been great, to be brutally honest.
So the long red to the corner pocket.
Yep, he's missed that.
And he's missed that.
Been a bad day for him, really has. Does make you wonder if long pots are quite easy for the player.
He'll be annoyed with that.
Should be taken into account. I'd say they should make long pots a bit easier for the opponent to kind of, what's the word? Don't know. Can't think what the word is. We've missed that one though. We're just as I said, we're just going for our shots at this stage, and if Maguire comes back and wins this 4-3, then maybe we regret that. I don't know.
1. 8.
But it's no harm in the position we're in. Obviously, we do start to clip our feathers in slightly if we do lose this frame.
Stephen Maguire.
Based on this evidence, I think we'll be okay. Just play up to these.
He'll be really annoyed with that.
Well,
foul.
that wasn't the
That
best, was
was
it?
the
Let's
closure,
try
perhaps.
again.
Foul and a miss.
Again, we do risk becoming complacent here, so we just need to be careful. And that sort of shot, I thought that might happen, you know. I did. I thought that might happen.
1.
Oh, and he has opened these up now. And we could very easily look like a prat. Really could.
9. 11.
Wanting to get this match over and done with, he's just given our opponent chances. And I think we ought to start to take things seriously now. You know, he's no mug, Maguire. He did pretty much deserve those first 2 frames.
12.
Those of you who know me in real life, though, will know that I'm not a man of much patience.
19. 20.
You'd say he'd win this frame, but based on what's happened so far today, you never know.
26. 27.
I was going to say it was that red up bulk that was going to cause him an issue, but very wise decision to get that potted. If he does pot this, that is.
He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket.
So how does he get on the next red from here? So he's 35 ahead with 35 on. And he's going to need a long pot to finish this frame off.
Fancy him for the frame.
And it's there. So, again, we've been a bit stupid there. As I said, you can very easily look like a prat, and that's exactly what I've been made to look like there.
47.
Maguire's a much better player than we anticipated him to be there, and if we go and lose the next frame, well, it's very much his game on.
59.
In a frame that we should have been a lot more cautious in.
65.
And that's about his best snooker he's played all day.
Stephen Maguire.
And now
Give any player the opportunity and they'll play.
Thank you, the fifth frame.
That was a bit silly from us.
To break.
Most certainly. But we'll live and learn. Whether it's the hard way here or not, we'll have to see. Still in a very good position at 3-1.
He's taking this red on.
But Maguire, after the last break, started to get his potting arm in clearly. Great pot on the red to start the frame off.
That's a top shot.
And if he pots the blue and opens up these reds again, you know, he's got a great chance. And there you go.
12.
This could be 3-2 before we know anything about it.
13. 20. 21. 26.
We didn't leave him much of a chance in the break-off, did we? But he played it really well.
27. 34.
We have to sit in our chair and eat humble pie now, I guess.
42. 43. 50.
'But luckily for us,
Stephen Maguire,
in some ways,
50.
unlucky in some ways, if you look at it that way, he's not won the frame in this visit. So we do have a potential chance to try and play as thin as we possibly can here to avoid getting a chance too early. Easier said than done with side. We have hit that. A bit thicker than we'd like, but I think if this pulls up, the bulk colours might help us out, but I don't think they will. There is always a gap.
It's critical here.
But he's not going to take it. And that seems like a bit of a misdirection there. Has to be said.
He's tempted by this red.
Need to get this off the cushion and to the black, and hopefully we can. Doesn't seem like it's got the pace. Ugh.
1.
Might just about have enough, but blue might be our best bet here. All of a sudden we might have a chance in this frame.
Perfect cueing required for this shot.
Played with real power. Great cueing.
Didn't really want to hit that off the reds. Gives an awkward angle for this red. But it's there. Good pot.
7.
Angles are a bit awkward now, though. Don't think I want to open up these reds yet, just in case it goes wrong.
With plenty of power.
wonderful.
This seems like an opportunity that's too good to miss. Maguire's in good form all of a sudden and could have a chance, but again, I don't fancy that. Don't fancy that on the cushion one bit. But where's the green going? Oh, we're okay. Thought that might have gone into the corner
Neil
pocket.
Robertson, 12. Foul. Neil Robertson, 4.
Maguire's put one in though.
Playing on here.
He's pretty much safe, actually.
Not
He's
an
worth
easy
a punt.
one, but a half chance. No, not
Oh,
this
need this to
time.
pull up, need this to... No, 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 no. Oh, we're just
Going to
sucked
the
in
corner
so easily. But, alas, he's missed that. Unbelievable. And a bit like us with some of our shots, you're so close that actually you're better off missing it by a mile.
He's taking it on.
Play this one with some pace, but is it going towards the corner, middle pocket? I can't believe this.
Foul. Neil Robertson,
This has been a
1.
strange old
Stephen
match.
Maguire, 4.
This looks to be a pretty
Really
simple
has.
safety here.
And now we've hit the black. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Couldn't make some of this up. And now Maguire's missed that. Wow. Anything I will say, if every red we pot, make sure he can't get 8 points. So that
1.
makes things a bit better. But we are, joking aside, 36 behind with 59 on. And if we
Now,
can't
can we
combine
drop this
colours
into
and
the
reds,
right
then we
corner?
do have a problem. We've overhit
Fairly
that. We've
short there.
overhit that. That's really in no man's land now. What has this game turned into?
8.
We're really in no man's land with that.
This is a tricky one along the cushion.
No. Don't know why we played that. Why?
Neil Robertson,
This is the
8.
stupid temperament you can get into far too easily.
1.
Fortunately, I think he's dead straight on the blue. So can't do much with that. But he does enough. Red and black puts him 43 ahead. He's going to knock into... Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. He's dead straight on this
position
blue
for the
again.
blue
But
here.
I think he'll be able to see the reds from the other side of this pink.
12.
But he's missed the red.
Stephen Maguire, 12.
Well, it's almost like he doesn't want to win this frame. It really is. What I do say now is that we've got to take every chance. We've got to pretty much pot everything here.
He's lining up the long red to the corner here.
That's why I'm going for the black, really, off this red. So we only got 2 points to play with,
Missed it.
but we've missed the red. Goodness me. Can't believe that, can you? I don't know what he's played there, I really don't.
Well, that's not worked out quite as he intended it to.
I'm just going to pop that. I tell you what, that makes our job a bit easier now. It looks a bit awkward.
1.
It is actually, because the cue balls ran a bit more than it should have done, but... There is a way here, somehow.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot
I
here.
just can't work it out. We had a good pot here.
Stroked
And
in
it's there.
beautifully.
Oh, go on, that's not bad. That's not bad. We needed to get bulk side of the red so we could pot it.
7.
Because the pink is in the way. This is tricky though, and it is the key shot.
He's
I
aiming
don't
for
like
the
this
left
one
corner
bit, to be
here.
honest. But it's there.
That's a beauty.
We can do this, you know. We can do this. The problem is we're 33 behind. 5 puts us 28 behind. We have to pot the pink.
He just wants
Luckily
to
that-
slot this into the middle pocket.
The yellow isn't right on the cushion, so we've got a little bit of leeway with position here. And if we win this frame from this position, my God. Well, God is on our side, isn't he? And
Just the colours now.
look, everything is on our side. But you've got to be in it to win it sometimes.
16.
No, it will go down to a respot, this will, you know. Am I being thick? 25 left. Yeah,
An easy
go down to a
one, but
respotted
hard
black.
chance.
That's if we pot all the balls, that is. We've
Tremendous
underhit that.
shot.
That's going to make things a bit more awkward than they maybe have to be. Because the blue won't go to the corner pocket, which makes this incredibly awkward. Play the brown with a bit more power. Not really enough.
23.
We'll still go for the blue.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
Feel like we've had our 9 lives. And we're just about to get another one.
Wonderful pot.
28.
We're not making things easy for ourselves here, are we? Goodness me.
He's taking this on to the right middle.
Don't come off the cushion too much. That's just about perfect. What a positional shot that was. This is going to come down to
He's just
a
looking to
respotted
drop
black.
in
But this,
gently.
in my opinion, that's not a bad comeback at all. Yes, we got a bit of luck, but
So we
goodness
have a
me.
respot.
Right, it's us who's going to play
That's the
first.
frame.
Neil Robertson,
And
41.
we're going to play the finished nick off this. Be such a shame to come back to the respotted black and then Maguire just pops it in after this.
Great shot.
We
That's
don't
a
have many
really good set.
respotted blacks in this career mode. I certainly can't remember many. Maguire's gone for it straight away, and he's got away with it to some extent. But we're going to be just completely risk averse here. Don't think you can blame us after what we've just played. Leave it in sort of maybe a half chance. But he's not played the pot there. But that is a mat frame,
So,
a
just
match-winning
this for the
position.
frame.
and we've done it. Well, goodness me.
7. Frame and match.
What a strange old match that was.
To the finals, well deserved.
The first 2 frames were a bit bonkers. The third frame was a reprieve. And the last 2 frames, crazy again. But we've come out the victor. We beat Steve Maguire by 4 frames to 1 in the last 16 of the European Masters. And we'll be back on Friday for the quarter-final. But let's find out who it's against. We will be playing against Mark Williams for a place in the last 4. That'll be a tough match, that will. Most certainly will, and I'll see you guys on Friday for that. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content. I've been TIJ Gaming. Thank you for your company today, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye for now.